Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know I got something to say about something. Otherwise, it ain't nothing to be said at all. Alright, y'all. Parents, I got to say something. I'm gonna say it because it's on my heart. So I had a little bit of an interesting incident as I was at the store. You know, at the dollar store, I had to go in and pick up a couple items, right? And I'm walking through the store, and I noticed an exchange between the mother and the daughter. Now, the daughter couldn't have been about no more than 4 or 5 years old. And I know the girls tend to get the little flippant tongue. That's kind of a thing with the female. They do get the flippant tongue. I feel like that's a feminine energy thing. Little girls when they get a certain age, they take their cues from their mama and aunties and grannies or whatever. They feminine energy is around. And if you got a flippant tongue, chances are you passing that down to the child. So it was a little exchange on the tip of what she wanted, for like a snack or something. I don't know. So anyway, I walked by, I'm going by, and the little girl is the way she addressed her mom was a little off-putting. She was like, "I don't want such and such and so and so and such and such," and I was just like, one of my pet peeves is the whole want thing, which innately and naturally children are like that. It's what they want. It's an immediate self-gratification thing that kind of comes with the territory of being a child, I guess. But the mom's response, I don't know. I feel like it wasn't helping her understand how to have a better response. Considering that she finna pick some junk food. She finna pick the quote unquote sometimes food. She finna pick a snack item, that ain't necessarily the pillar of health item anyway. But so the mom was like, "Well, hurry up and such and such and such and pick out something, And I was like, "Okay, I'm walking though, cause I'm looking for something in specific, and I happen to pass them." That's just the first exchange between the same two. I get my items, I get to the register. Retail, I ain't gonna talk about you today because that's a whole entire other video right there. This will be too long if I go there. But my biggest thing is bring back your overnight stock or your wee hours in the morning before they open stock because y'all putting too much extra unnecessary work on the cashiers. And don't you want your merchandise? Don't you want the money from people buying, right? Don't you want all that money? Huh? Don't you want to curve people from being frustrated? Because this is where I'm about to get to the next part. I'm about to get to the crux of this video. When people getting frustrated and saying fuck it and either putting stuff back or fuck it and walking out the door, stealing. You don't want to bring that down a little bit? You want to make the most profit out of the stuff that you got in stock in your store, right? Well, you got to have people at the ready. I got to the register and I was patiently waiting. But I patiently waited literally for 5 minutes because I looked at the time on my phone inadvertently at the time when I got to the register. To the point where I did one of these numbers. Customer assistance on register 1. Customer assistance on register 1. I promise to God that's what I did, right? The cashier scurries up. I'm thinking I seen some people stocking, and that's when I stopped at the end of that road to say that to get their attention. She comes out a whole nother area to get to the register. I was like, "Oh, you what? Oh, okay. All right." So I'm ringing out my items. All right, now I'm about to double on back to the child and the mother. I'm the only one up there too. By the time another person was coming up to line up behind me so that they could get rung out too, let me tell you what happened with the lady and the little girl. The little girl done finally made her decision and she picked a Reese's king size 4-pack candy, right? So the mama says to the cashier, This $1, right? Now the cashier come to find out, and I figured she had to be new. She just started working there. She didn't even have the Dollar General, what I told on the store, the Dollar General shirt or whatever. She just had on a black shirt or whatever. They probably told her just wear these colors and come on in to work, and they gonna size her and fit her and get her a shirt, very shortly. That's probably one of those things. I knew she was new because I didn't remember seeing them, and I frequent that location, right? So the cashier responded, I'm not sure, ma'am. I would have to ring it up. Before she could finish the statement, that lady proceeded to walk out the door. Now, mind you, the baby got the candy in her hand. They just walk out the door. No, it ain't no security tab on the candy. Talking about beep, 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 beep. That ain't how they roll. That's a bit too much. So they need, but I was like, I tried to say, I got it. I was going to take care of it. She done breezed out of the store, child and all. Now, this is the crux of my situation. Parents. What she taught her daughter was, if you not patient enough to wait, take it and keep it moving. It's justifiable to go ahead and steal. Just walk out the store with it. And she didn't even have $1 in her hand to give the cashier to say, these are $1. I'm just going to give you the dollar. And they only walked with that one thing, unless mama slid something else under and I didn't see that. Maybe she had something else and she was trying to grab and go anyway. So anyway, I took the time because that vexed my spirit. On behalf of the child. At the end of the day, because I told the cashier, I was like, if it wasn't for that child, I went after that woman and probably wanted to whoop her ass. She wrong and out of line in the example she was setting in front of her child. So I said, hold on. I went down the aisle to go get another one of them candies so she could ring the candy just so I could pay for it so that baby's candy. I didn't want to put that negative energy on that baby. I wanted her to be protected, covered. I didn't want nothing. Now the mama, she got what she got coming. But I didn't want her under that karma. Because the baby knows not what she's doing if the example is a shitty ass example. If she didn't already know firsthand. Because a little child that already done been taught better would have said, but mom, I got to pay for it. Or they would have stopped, maybe pouted, maybe dropped the candy. Maybe it would have been an exchange where the child was legitimately trying to do the right thing. But that child knew not any better. She just walked on up with her mama. I'm telling you what, that vexed my spirit. And I said that to say, parents, and I'm going to always say this about shit we should have been doing better a long time ago anyway. Now, we just supposed to be coming up out of a pandemic, which I have reason to believe is laying in wait to just bust us in the ass out of nowhere. And then we thought we had it, and then I hope not. But something that within me deep is telling me, beware. But we just got finished dealing with all of the stress and shit that come along with that. Do we really need to be reverting to bad habits that clearly die hard or don't damn die at all, apparently? We got to do better. We got to do better. For our future, we got to do better. And by our future, I mean our children. I had to pay for that baby candy because that didn't make no damn sense. She couldn't have she was looked like she was being attitudinal with the cashier. Ladies, y'all got to do better now. Y'all interact with each other. Y'all playing off too much emotion. You got to rise above. Cause I didn't sense from the way the cashier responded there to be any issue. She was not sure. And before I could say, I got it, I'll take care of it, they was already out the door. I was like, ain't that but a bitch? Moral of the story is we just got to do better. You gotta understand, guys, y'all not gonna get a better result if you don't start doing something different. If you expecting different results, you have got to do different. Better results, do better. Okay? Because that right there, I was just like, no, where they do that at? And for sure, if I'd had some children with me, I definitely would have did the same thing I did. And it would have been a teachable moment for the kids. Because they know not if you show not. All right? You got to do better. You their first example, parents. Y'all it. Parents are the first human teachers. Y'all it. I'm telling you, you can't get around that. So whatever you're going through, pray for yourself. Find some time to care for yourself. Because that's the only way it's going to make it better for you to care for your children and your family as a whole. I'm going to get off this camera because I will be on here all day. I just wanted to say something about something. Because otherwise it wasn't nothing for me to be saying at all.